Good morning. Should we let people in?
Hi, Dani. I sent to Mia that YouTube link. Now I will give you the access host.
What?
I'll give you the access for host.
So I am not in the same link as Mia? No.
No, I give the YouTube link. YouTube live stream.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I will make you now host.
Okay, so where is Mia and Alia? I need Alia to be here as well.
Mia and Ali is already joined.
So where are Mia and Alia?
Hello, Mia, Alia, can you talk?
Yes, we are here.
Ah,
Shailesh, sorry, we were muted. Shailesh, can you please put the YouTube link in the chat? Please.
I already
thanks.
put it in to Mia.
God, people are calling now.
No, can you just put it in the chat so that we
Hello?
all have it? Thanks.
Yes, good morning. Yes, Miss Anu. Just wait in the waiting room. Okay, I
yes,
can
yes.
see you. I can see you that you're in the waiting room. We will accept you in a while.
You
Okay.
receive all YouTube link?
Yes,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you so much.
We can
Thanks,
see
now,
it,
Shailesh.
yes.
Dani, I will
That's
make you
okay.
host.
That's why when we accept
Okay.
you, they will be accepted.
Yeah,
But where
you
is
can,
Alia? I can't see Alia.
you can
Uh,
make me as a co-host. Huh?
I'm here, Danya. I'm here.
No, I know, but I can't. Here, I can see you.
Yeah, I
Dania,
had my
I will
video
make you
off.
host and you need to make me co-host.
Okay, okay. I'm going to admit everyone, okay? Yeah. Good morning, everyone. We're just waiting for one of our judges to join, and then we will start. Thank you for being with us. Good morning, everyone, as you are joining. Can I please ask you to rename yourself with, if you haven't already, rename yourself with the school name and the student name, please, so we can identify you quickly when it's your turn to perform. If you are a teacher, just put in right next to your name teacher, so we know that you are not the student. If you are the teacher with the student, then rename with the school name and the teacher and the student's name, please. So I will repeat. If you are a teacher with a student, then rename yourself with the student's name and the school name. If you are just a teacher or a parent attending just to watch, please, you can click on the YouTube link and watch us on the YouTube link, please. And we'll keep this platform here just for the students. The YouTube link is in the chat, and we will send it again now. One of my colleagues will send it again to you. The YouTube link is in the chat, at the top of the chat. So any parent or teacher with no school participating, with no student with them, then please watch us on YouTube. Everyone else, if you can please, the students, rename yourself with a school name and your own name, please. Thank you. We're just waiting for a couple of more students. I can see them now joining as well. For people who are asking for the YouTube link, it's we just posted it again, it's in the chat. It's in the chat box. We've just posted the YouTube link. So I think we have everyone. Can I just ask our judge, Danabel, as well, to have her camera on so we can introduce you to our students. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Danabel. Good morning, Dr. Afra. I think we have everyone. Can I just ask our judge, Danabel, as well, to have her camera on so we can introduce you to... why do I hear myself? Good morning. Okay, so I think we have everyone here. And we will go ahead and start by laying some ground rules on how today is going to work. So welcome everyone to the Emirates NBD Poetry for All competition, round 1. Thank you all for being here. Congratulations for being part of the competition. And we look forward to hearing your performances today. So how this is going to go is we will announce the school name and the student's name and the poem that they will be performing. And then we will ask you to unmute yourself and turn on the camera. So we'll give you permission to turn on the camera and your microphone. And all you need to do is just say hello to the judges and start your performance. Once you are done, we will tell you thank you. You'll switch off your camera and your microphone, and we will move on to the next student. The judges will be scoring you according to the judging criteria that's on our website. And we will announce the winners maybe next week or the week after. We will let you know all, but not the winners, I mean the finalists. So again, we have the judges with us today. We have Dr. Afra Atiq and Danabel Gutierrez, and they will be judging you today. They are very beautiful and nice people, so don't be nervous. They are here to support you. They are here to listen to you and enjoy your performance. So when we announce your name, just take a deep breath, open your camera, open your microphone, and go ahead and start. We will start with Abu Dhabi Indian School. We are starting with the 8 to 13 age group first. So if you are from the older age group, just wait. We'll finish all the 8 to 13 students first, and then we will move on to the 14 to 18. So we will start with Devika Suresh from Abu Dhabi Indian School. And Devika will be reciting Ogden Nash's poem, Adventures of Isabel. We can see you, Devika.
Hello. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up. And Isabel quietly ate the bear up. On a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. "Hail, hail, Isabel!" the old witch crowed. "I'll turn you into an ugly toad." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and she showed no rancor. But she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. "Good morning, Isabel," the giant said. "I will grind your bones to make my bread." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled her zwieback that she always fed off, and when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked until he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of coughs and chills. The doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, "Swallow these, it will make you well." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Thank you.
Hello, hi, good morning, all. I think Dania is coordinating something else also, so I'll introduce the next participant. I'm also from the Emirates Literature Foundation. My name is Alia, and I'm part of the education team. And with us is also Mia Santiago, our colleague. So the next student we have is Zach Matthew Jacob. He's also from Abu Dhabi Indian School. And he will also be reciting the same poem, Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. All the best to you, Zach.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone present here. The name of my poem will be Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, "Isabel, glad to meet you." "How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Once in a night as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth were sprinkled. "How, Isabel?" the old witch crowed. "I'll turn you into an ugly toad." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and she showed no rancor, but she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. "Good morning, Isabel," the giant said. "I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled his wee back that she always fed off. And when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He poked and he punched till he really shocked her. The doctor's stock was of cuffs and chills, and the doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, "Swallow this, it will make you well." Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Next, we have Advait Sarawana Kumar from Welfare Association for People of Determination, and he's going to recite Ken Nesbitt's Good Morning, Dear Students. All the best, Advait.
Good morning. Good morning, dear students, by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students. The principal said, "Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we'll spend the day playing outside. Then take a whole school on a carnival ride. We learn to eat candy while watching TV. Then listen to records and swing from a tree. We will also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms, and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, or bike. It's time to be different and you do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you did prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go out and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green. And copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow, it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy. We really don't mind. So tear up your homework and we will give you an A. Oh, wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Advait. Next, we have Heavy Omar Sado from Al Rashid Al Saleh Private School, and he's going to be reciting Joy Harjo's Remember. All the best.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Remember the scar that you were born under. Know each of the star stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. Your evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father, he is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth, we are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is, that life is. Remember. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Heavy. Next, we have Jana Muhammad from Al Rashid Al Sahleh Private School again. And the poem is See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. All the best.
Hello, my name is Jana. Okay. When you're up against the trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail. You may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, in spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you're facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Thank you.
Thank you, Jana. Okay, next we have Rahav Mahmud Salim from Al Ain Junior School British System. And his poem is My Dog by Vernon Scannell. All the best. Okay, Jana's just coming on. No, Jana's leaving and Rahav is coming on. Rahav, can you please accept the video invite so that we can see you? Hi, Rahav, are you there?
Hi, Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, but we can't see you yet.
Can you see me now?
No, unfortunately not yet. I think we have you. No, not yet. Okay, Rahav, can you join again? Because I think you may have to leave and join again because we're having some trouble getting your video on.
Okay, I'll leave and join again.
Thank you so much.
Alia, just maybe for time restraint, when we can move on to Emma and we'll go back to Rahaf when she's back here.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, so next we have Emma Martin Saban from Al Ain Junior School British System again, and she's going to be reciting Good Morning Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. All the best, Emma. You cannot spotlight? Okay, go to Emma. Emma, can you hear us? Hi, Emma. Okay, I think Emma is also going to be rejoining us because we were having some trouble getting her on the spotlight. Next, we have Angela Pramod from Al-Ain Junior School again, and she's going to be reciting Grace Nichols' For Forest.
Yes, Miss, am I audible and visible?
Yes, is that Angela?
Yes, it's me, Angela.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good
Yes,
morning. Today I am going to recite a poem, For Forest, written by Grace Nichols. Grace Nichols is a generous, witty, and warm poet. Forest is a celebration of the endurance and life cycle of the forest, reminding us of our place in the natural world and how trees sustain life on earth. The poem goes like this. Forests could keep secrets. Forests could keep secrets. Forests tune in every day to water sound and bird sound. Forest letting her hair down to the teeming creeping of her forest ground. But forests don't broadcast her business. No forests cover her business down from sky and fast ice sun. And when night comes, and darkness wrap her like a gown, forest is a bad dream woman. Forest dreaming about mountain, and when earth was young, forest dreaming of the caves of gold. Forest roosting with mysterious Eldorado, and when Holder Monkey wake her up with whole, forest just stretch and stir to a new day of sound. But coming back to secrets, forests could keep secrets. Forests could keep secrets, and we must keep forests. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. And we have Rahav back now. Rahav, we have you back now. Hello, Rahav, are you there? Or Emma, are you there?
Do you see me, Miss?
Is that Rahav?
Yeah.
No, we hear you, but we don't see you.
It shows me that my camera is on. All I see is stop my video.
Did you see like a spotlight invite or something that you had to accept?
Yeah, I accepted.
Okay, unfortunately, it's not. Let's please bear with us, Rahav. We'll try to get this sorted. We'll move to Emma. Emma, are you there? Hi, Emma. Okay, I think Emma, you need to accept the spotlight. Are you there? Okay, while Emma and Rahav are trying to get back on, let's invite our next participant, Filza Noor. Filza, are you there? Hi, Filza. Filza from Al-Ain Junior School. Are you there? Okay, so we'll move on to the next student. That's Muhammad Kayan Singlasana. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly, from Al Dayafa High School. Muhammad Kayan. Muhammad Kayan, you're there? Yes, great. Let me just introduce your poem. So you are going to be reciting See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. All the best to you.
See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against a trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future
right?
Grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you are facing just what other men had met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Thank you.
Thank you, Kian. Next, we have Zaida Shafraz Ahmed from Al Dayafa High School, and she's going to be reciting Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. All the best.
Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash. Isabel met an enormous bear. Isabel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. The bear's big mouth was cruel and cavernous. The bear said, Isabel, glad to meet you. How do, Isabel? Now I'll eat you. Isabel, didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She washed her hands and she straightened her hair up. Then Isabel quietly ate the bear up. Once in a night, as black as pitch, Isabel met a wicked old witch. The witch's face was cross and wrinkled. The witch's gums with teeth was sprinkled. How now, Isabel? The old witch crowed. I'll turn you into an ugly toad. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She showed no rage and she showed no rancor, but she turned the witch into milk and drank her. Isabel met a hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy. The giant was horrid. He had one eye in the middle of his forehead. Good morning, Isabel, the giant said. I'll grind your bones to make my bread. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She nibbled the dewback that she always fed off. And when it was gone, she cut the giant's head off. Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked till he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of coughs and chills. The doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, swallow this, it will make you well. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Zaida. Rahav, do we have you back now? Should we try again? Mia, can we try for Rahav? Rahav, can you please accept the spotlight?
Miss, there is no any request.
Mia has just put it up for you. Rahav and Emma, you have Mia's number. Would it be possible for you to call her just to sort this out? Okay, and we can try Emma again and see if we can get her on. Rahav, if you can call Mia, that'll be great so that we can sort this out. So we're trying for Mia. Emma, you're on? That's Emma? Yes, that's Emma, you can hear us? Emma Mariam? We can't hear you. Emma, can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you? No. You are unmuted, but we cannot, for some reason, hear you. Can you say something now? No. Okay, Emma, I think you'll also have to call Mia. Can you call Mia so that we can sort this out for you? Okay, is that okay? And then we'll move on to the next person. Okay. Thank you. Please just, you can hear me, right? You can hear me? Yes? Okay, good. So please call Mia. Great.
Alia, can we move on to Badria? I think if Emma and Rahav are having problems with their video or audio, we could allow for them to record themselves and send it to Mia, and the judges can look at them and score them.
Yes, I've asked them to call me if we can sort it out.
Yeah.
That'll be great. If not, then they can send us their videos.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think we have Badria and Aisha. We don't have Al-Hema school, so we'll move on to Layan Mahmud Hussaina Sarhan. I hope I'm pronouncing your names correctly. Please forgive me if I'm making a mistake here. From Al-Hikma Private School, and she's going to be reciting A.A. Milne's Waiting at the Window. All the best, Layan.
Yes, can you hear me well?
Yes, we can. Wonderful. Yes. All the best.
Waiting at the Window by Alan Alexander Milne. These are my 2 drops of rain, waiting on the window pane. I'm waiting here to see which the winning one will be. Both of them have different names. One is Joan and one is James. All the best and all the worst comes from which of them is first. James has just begun to ooze. He's the one I want to lose. Joan is waiting to begin. He's the one I want to win. James is going slowly on. Something sort of sticks to Joan. Joan is moving off at last. James is going pretty fast. Joan is rushing down the pane. James is going slow again. James has met a sort of smear. Joan is getting very near. Is he going fast enough? Is he going fast enough? James has found a piece of fluff. Joan has quickly hurried by. James was talking to a fly. Joan is there, and Joan has won. Look, I told you, here's the sun. Thank you.
Thank you, Layan. And next we have Fatma Walhan from Al Hikmah Private School again, and she's going to be reciting Joy Harjo's Remember. All the best, Fatma.
Hello, can you see me well?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you very well. Thank you.
Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the star stories. Remember the moon, know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father, he's your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are life poems. Remember the wind, remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember you are all people and all people are you. Remember you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember all's in motion, is growing, is you. Remember language comes from this. Remember the dance languages, that life is. Remember. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Next, we have Muhammad Abdul Hafiz from Al Hikmah School, and he's going to be reciting A Poison Tree by William Blake. All the best, Muhammad.
Can you see my camera?
We can hear you, we can't see you yet. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, so I will read A Poison Tree, the poem by William Blake. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. And I sunned it with smiles and with soft deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had peeled the pole. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree.
Thank you, Mohammed. Next, we have Huda Akbar Yar from Al Hikmah School again, and she's going to be reciting Our Pond by Richard Edwards. All the best, Huda.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you. Yes.
Our Pond by Richard Edwards. The pond in our garden is murky and deep, and loads of things live there that slither and creep. I ran back and shouting, but everyone laughed and said I was teasing or else I was daft. Like diving bell spiders and great ram's horn snails and whirligig beetles and black snapper tails. But I know what happened, and when I'm asleep,
I dream of those creatures that slither and creep. There used to be goldfish that nibbled my thumb, but now there's just algae and sour, crusty scum. The diving bell spiders and great ram's horn snails and whirligig beetles and black snapper tails. There used to be pondweed with fizzy green shoots, but now there are leeches and horrible newts. Thank you.
Thank you, Huda. Next, we have Mandana Muhammad from Al-Ittihad Private School, and she's going to be reciting The Hairy Toe. All the best, Mandana.
Hi, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. We can hear you. Perfect.
The hairy toe. Once there was a woman that went out to pick beans, and she found a hairy toe. She took the hairy toe home with her, and that night, when she went to bed, the one began to moan and groan. Away off in the distance, she seemed to hear a voice crying, "Where's my hairy toe? Who's got my hairy toe?" The woman scrooched down, the way down under the covers, and about that time, the wind appeared to hit the house, swoosh, and the old house creaked and cracked, like something was trying to get in. The voice had come nearer, almost at the door now, and said, "Where's my hairy toe? Who's got my hairy toe?" The woman scrooched further down under the covers and pulled them tight around her head. The wind growled around the house. Then sometime like a big animal, and rumbled down the chimney. All at once, she heard the door creak, and something slipped in and began to creep over the floor. The floor went creak, creak at every step that thing took towards her bed. The woman, it bending over the bed. Then, in an awful voice, it said, "Where's my hairy toe? Who's got my hairy toe? You've got it." That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mandana. Next, we have Sarah Isam Al-Rafi from Al-Ittihad Private School, and she's going to be reciting Good Morning, Dear Students by Ken Nesbitt. All the best, Sarah.
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, perfect. All the best.
Good morning, dear students. The principal said, please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms and run in the halls. So bring in your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study. There won't be a test. And if you'd prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wide and act really strange. Go put on a clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. Today just go crazy. We don't really mind. So cheer up your homework. We'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. It's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Now we have Rahav and Emma left from this age category. Before we move on to the next age category, we can try Rahav again. Hi, hi Rahav, you there?
Hey, miss. Yes, I am here.
Okay, Rahav, I'm afraid we can't seem to sort this out.
It doesn't tell me accept Spotlight. It just says you're on Spotlight right now. There's no like a request.
Yes, which means that you have accepted the request, but we can't see. We can only see a black screen. So I'm afraid, Rahav, you'll have to. Oh, we saw something. So maybe there's something with your camera. Can you move your You moved something or you touched something. We could see you, just a flicker of you. For 1
Miss,
second.
that's me, Emma.
Emma, hi, Emma. Oh, Emma, brilliant. Say something so that I can make sure we can hear you.
Yes, Miss. Can you hear me?
Super. Yes, Emma, go for it.
Good morning, dear students, by Ken Nesbitt. Good morning, dear students, the principal said. Please put down your pencils and go back to bed. Today we'll spend the day playing outside, then take the whole school on a carnival ride. We'll learn to eat candy while watching TV, then listen to records and swing from a tree. We'll also be learning to draw on the walls, to scream in the classrooms and run in the halls. So bring your skateboard, your scooter, your bike. It's time to be different and do what you like. The teachers are going to give you a rest. You don't have to study, there won't be a test. And if you prefer for a bit of a change, feel free to go wild and act really strange. Go put on your clown suit and dye your hair green and copy your face on the Xerox machine. Tomorrow it's back to the regular grind. Today, just go crazy, we really don't mind. So tear up your homework, we'll give you an A. Oh wait, I'm just kidding, it's April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. We'll try Rahav one last time and then we'll have to move to the next age category. Rahav, let's try this and see. Hi, Rahav.
Do you see me now?
No, Rahav, I'm so sorry, but we'll have to leave it there now because we have to move on to the next students. So you'll have to please send us a video recording of your poem. Okay, all the best to you. And I'm sorry it couldn't work out this time. Okay, thank you. Okay, next we have the 14 to 18 age group. And may I please remind you that along with the recitation of the poem, you also have to give a justification of why you chose this poem. So please remember to do that. The first student we have is Azad Ananda Sharif from Abu Dhabi Indian School. And Azad is going to be reciting To Be or Not to Be by William Shakespeare. All the best, Azad. Hi, Azad, you're there?
Am I audible and
Yes.
am I audible and am I visible?
Yes, you are. All the best.
Thank you. So may I start with my justification first?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. So at first, when I used to think about Shakespeare, there used to be this certain standard that Shakespeare set that always seemed too far outreach for me. But recently, when I chose this poem, and to be honest, I'd never taken an effort to reach out to Shakespeare as well. But when I was choosing my piece for this competition, I got a chance to look up Shakespeare. And once I divulged deeper into To Be or Not to Be, I saw an amazing writer there. After all those layers of Hamlet and regardless of all the references that Hamlet has been made to, you can see there that it's just another person right there. And I was able to view Hamlet as another human being who was right in front of me. I was able to relate with what he was feeling at that time, and that really struck a chord in me. For once in a while, we've all felt that mental exhaustion where we can't do a certain action or a certain thing anymore. We just feel like we have to give up. And that is what Hamlet's feeling as well, but in a much deeper sense, where he contemplates death in this case, he contemplates suicide. But other than that, it's just another person, another human being right in front of me, speaking to himself. So may I start?
Yes, please.
Thank you. To be or not to be by William Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, that's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause, lest the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make? With a bare bodkin, who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have and fly to others that we do not know of. And thus conscience doth make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard, the currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Azad. Next with us, we have Siddhi Mishra from Abu Dhabi Indian School, and she's going to be reciting The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling. All the best, Siddhi.
Thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
All right. Good morning to everyone present here. I'll be presenting The Power of the Dog by Rudyard Kipling. This beautiful poem by Rudyard Kipling portrays the special bond or attachment we share with our loyal companions, dogs. Our pets are a part of the everyday fabric of our lives in a way that few human relationships are. When you lose a pet, something inside you shifts, and that grief of losing a dear pet is conveyed very effectively by the poet. Shall I start?
Yes, please.
All right. There is sorrow enough in the natural way from men and women to fill our day. And when we are certain of sorrow in store, why do we always arrange for more? Brothers and sisters, I bid you beware of giving your heart to a dog to tear. Buy a pup and your money will buy love unflinching that cannot lie, perfect passion and worship fed by a kick in the ribs or a pat on the head. Nevertheless, it is hardly fair to risk your heart for a dog to tear. When the 14 years which nature permits are closing in asthma or tumor or fits, and the vet's unspoken prescription runs to lethal chambers or loaded guns, then you will find it's your own affair, but you've given your heart for a dog to tear. When the body that lived at your single will, with its whimper of welcome, is stilled, how still? When the spirit that answered your every mood is gone, wherever it goes, for good, you will discover how much you care and will give your heart to a dog to tear. We have sorrow enough in the natural way when it comes to burying Christian clay. Our loves are not given, but only lent at compound interest of cent per cent. Though it is not always the case, I believe, that the longer we have kept them, the more do we grieve. For when debts are payable, right or wrong, a short time loan is as bad as long. So why in heaven, before we are there, should we give our hearts to a dog to tear? Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi. Next with us is Tauchan Rubayat from Al Ain Junior School British System. And Tauchan is going to be reciting A Friend's Greeting by Edgar Albert Guest. All the best, Tauchan. Tauchan, can you say something? I don't think we can hear you. No, I'm afraid we can't hear you. No, not yet. Mia is trying again. Okay. Tauchan, I'm sorry, we'll have to move to the next student and we'll come back to you. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, next we have Mosammed Moriam from Al Ain Junior School British System. And Mosammed is going to be reciting So You Want to Be a Writer by Charles Bukowski. All the best, Mosammed.
Thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Perfect.
Thank you. The reason I chose my poem is because it made me realize that we should look for our natural talent instead of doing something we are not passionate for. And there's a difference between when you try to do something and when you can do something. Can I start?
Yes, please start.
If it doesn't come bursting out of you in spite of everything, don't do it. Unless it comes unasked out of your heart and your mind and your mouth and your gut, don't do it. If you have to sit for hours staring at your computer screen or hunched over your typewriter searching for words, don't do it. If you're doing it for money or fame, don't do it. If you're doing it because you want a woman in your bed, don't do it. If you have to sit there and rewrite it again and again, don't do it. If you're doing it for money or fame, don't do it. If you're trying to write like somebody else, forget about it. If you have to wait for it to roll out of you, wait patiently. And if it never does, then do something else. If first you have to read it to your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your parents or anybody at all, you're not ready. Don't be like so many writers. Don't be like thousands of people who call themselves writers. Don't be dull and boring and pretentious. Don't be consumed with self-love. Libraries of the world have yawned themselves to sleep over your kind. Don't add to it, don't do it. Unless it comes out of your soul like a rocket. Unless being still would drive you to madness or suicide or murder, don't do it. Unless the sun inside you is burning your guts, don't do it. When it's truly time and you have been chosen, it will do it by itself and it will keep on doing it. Unless you die or it dies in you. There was no other way and there never was. Thank you.
Thank you, Mosammed. We'll try Tauchen again and see if we can have her back. Tauchen, let's try again. Okay, say something, please. No. No, we can't hear you, Tauchen. Maybe you'd like to give a call to Mia and see if we can sort this out. Okay, otherwise we'll have to have a recording from you if we are not able to sort this out. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you, Tauchen. Okay, next we have Veena Venkatesh from Aldeafa High School, and Veena is going to be reciting Clouds and Waves by Rabindranath Tagore. All the best, Veena. Great. Veena, can you say something so that we can make sure we can hear you? We can hear you very faintly.
Miss now?
Yes, now is better. So you'll probably have to come closer. Yes, say something again, just to make sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you'll just have to speak a little bit louder and stay closer to your device, because when you move back, we can't hear you very well.
Fine now?
Yes. Yes.
Good morning, esteemed judges and my fellow competitors. I have chosen this poem because I connect to it emotionally. It is a tribute of the poet to a child's imagination, and it really took me back to the years when I was younger and had a really wild imagination. I fell in love with this poem as soon as I read it, because it portrays a child who resists the temptation to go outside and play, but decides to stay back and spend time with their mother. This poem channeled the love and affection that I hold in my heart for my mom, which is why this poem is extremely special and close to my heart. Clouds and Waves by Rabindranath Tagore. Mother, the folk who live up in the clouds, call out to me. We play from the time we wake till the day ends. We play with the golden dawn. We play with the silver moon. I ask, but how am I to get up to you? They answer, come to the edge of the earth. Lift up your hands to the sky, and you will be taken up into the clouds. My mother is waiting for me at home, I say. How can I leave her and come? Then they smile and float away. But I know a nicer game than that, Mother. I shall be the cloud, and you, the moon. I shall cover you with both my hands, and our housetop will be the blue sky. The folk who live in the waves call out to me. We sing from morning till night. On and on we travel, and know not where we pass. I ask, but how am I to join you? They tell me, come to the edge of the slope and stand with your eyes tight shut, and you will be carried out upon the waves. I say, my mother always wants me at home in the evenings. How can I leave her and go? They smile, dance, and pass by. But I know a better game than that. I will be the waves, and you will be a strange shore. I shall roll on and on and on, and break upon your lap with laughter.
and no one in the world will know where we both are. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaina. And I think next we have with you Zina Shafraz Ahmad from the same school, Al Dayafa High School, and Zina is going to be reciting The Paradox by Sarah Kay.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zina Shafraz from Al Dayafa High School, and I will be reciting the poem The Paradox by Sarah Kay. The paradox translates to a situation that is self-contradictory. Through the poem, Sarah Kay talks about always wanting and never being satisfied until she learns to be grateful for the existing blessings. She teaches us through her own experiences that the thirst for more is quenched once we are satisfied with what has been provided to us and acknowledge it. So what I have understood from the poem is that we need to live in every moment and appreciate and be grateful for the experiences we've gained and the places we've been to. The Paradox by Sarah Kay. When I'm inside writing, all I can think about is how I should be outside living. When I'm outside living, all I can do is notice all there is to write about. When I read about love, I think I should be out loving. But when I love, I think I need to read more. I'm stumbling in pursuit of grace. I hunt patience with a vengeance. On the mornings when my brother's tired muscles held to the pillow, my father used to tell him, for every moment you aren't playing basketball, someone else is on the court practicing. I spend most of my time wondering if I should be somewhere else. So I have learned to shape the words, thank you, with my first breath each morning and last breath every night. And when my last breath comes, at least I will know I was thankful for all the places I was so sure I was not supposed to be. All those places I made it to, all the loves I held, all the words I wrote. And even if it is just for one moment, I will be exactly where I'm supposed to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Zina. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think we have the next two participants with us from Al Hema School, but we should have Suhaila Al Shahli from Al Ittihad Private School. Suhaila is going to be reciting Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Suhaila, hi.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be reciting the poem Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night. And first of all, I'll be explaining why I chose this poem. Basically, the poet is upset with his father about being satisfied with death. He explained to his father about the other 4 types of men who rage against death, resist it, who are not satisfied with it. And I really saw myself in the poet. I'm the opposite of the father who is willing to go away satisfied. So I wonder when my time will come. Will I finally be satisfied like the father and go peacefully, or like the 4 types of man and the poet? Will I rage when the inevitable comes? In the end, it's just all hopeless, violent resistance to death. So I'll be reciting it now. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. The wise men at their end know dark is right.
Because their words hit fork no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learn, too late, they've grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhaila. And now, last but not the least, we have Rahav Mahmud from Al-Ittihad Private School again. And Rahav is going to be reciting A Thunderstorm by Emily Dickinson.
Can you see me?
Yes, Rahav.
Okay.
All the best.
Okay. The winds begun to rock the grass. Doesn't that catch your attention? Well, that's exactly how I felt when I chose my poem. Dickinson wrote this poem in such a creative way and written it in such a beautifully way. Yes. Sorry, let me just start. Okay. The winds begun to rock the grass with threatening tunes and low. He flung a menace at the earth, a menace at the sky. The leaves unhooked themselves from trees and started all abroad. The dust did scoop itself like hands and threw away the road. The wagons quickened on the streets. The thunder hurried slow. The lightning showed a yellow beak and then a livid claw. There came one drop of giant rain, and then, as if the hands that held the dams had parted hold, the waters wrecked the sky, but overlooked my father's house, just quartering a tree. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahav. So I believe we have gone through our list of students for this morning. Is there anyone who's left who you think your name was not called out? Please write your name in the chat. We'll just give you a minute. Otherwise, we think we've gone through the full list. Thank you so much for joining us today, all of you, for the first round. And thank you to the judges for being with us this morning. Yes, and we'll be sending you the announcements for the finals very soon. Okay, so we're done for this morning. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us, and thank you again to the judges. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Judges, we will see you at 10:30 in the next link. Yeah, the link is in the next score sheet. Thank you so much, and thank you to all the students who participated today.
Thank you.
The ones who did not manage to, I hope you've spoken with Mia, and we'll try to figure something out to hear your performances, okay? You didn't miss out, so don't worry.
Yes, please don't worry. You can send your videos to Mia and they will be considered.